Steve Jobs can be described as a phenomenon, a person whose life changed as much as the fame of the products he launches. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955 in San Francisco. When Steve was born, his parents were 23 years old and both were students, and due to some problems, Steve's parents decided that they could not raise him. Eventually, Paul Reinhold Jobs and Clara Hagopian adopted Steve. Steve knew these men and women as his real parents. Paul, Steve's father, a skilled mechanic in a laser factory, always encouraged him to work in the garage with electrical appliances. It was this encouragement and experience that made Steve later become interested in electronics. Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. Steve Jobs attended a regular school in California and then went to college. Steve was a very energetic student. He had to study alone for 3 years of his life because he was expelled from school. His crimes included dropping a snake in the classroom, detonating a bomb in the classroom, or blah blah blah. Steve attended college in Portland. He then enrolled in a calligraphy course at the college. He dropped out of college after a semester, but also attended calligraphy classes. He later said that this class was one of the most important things he used for Apple phones and lettering designs. Jobs' first computer work dates back to when he worked for the computer company Atari. It was during this time that Jobs became acquainted with Steve Wozniak, a man who was highly praised by Jobs and remembered in many places. Steve Jobs, Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne worked on Apple computers after the invention of the Apple I computer. Early on, Apple computers were sold in the garage of Jobs' father's home. Over the years, Apple computers have grown rapidly and their use has become so widespread that they have become very important in the home PC market. In 1984, Jobs designed the first Macintosh. Following Steve Jobs' innovation at Apple, there were many differences between him and other Apple employees. A year later, Jobs resigned as manager of Apple. Resigning from Apple was one of the best things that ever happened, he said. In the same year, 1985, he joined Next, and in 1986, he bought Pixar. He returned to Apple in 1996 and sold Pixar in 2006. Steve Jobs' managerial power was so great that he would lend a hand to any stuck or bankrupt company. You all saw the cartoon of Toy Story. Steve led Pixar to win an Oscar for the animation, and later Walt Disney Company bought Pixar shares and Jobs acquired a $4.4 billion stake in Walt Disney, which was twice his share in Apple. Jobs and one of his classmates, Chris and Bernard, had a daughter named Lisa in 1978. At the time, Apple was just beginning to become one of the tech giants. She was never accepted by his father, but Jobs paid for her education. Lisa Jobs finally graduated in 2000 and worked as a journalist. Like all his private life, Jobs hid the news of his marriage from the media. Thus, he began his personal life with his wife Lauren in Palo Alto. Lauren was a business graduate of the University of Pennsylvania when she met Steve Jobs and had a good reputation as an outstanding student at the university. I came home from work and in front of the parking lot with the car key in my hand, I thought to myself that if tonight were the last night of my life, I'd rather have a job appointment or meet Lauren. Steve Jobs said of his decision to marry Lauren. I immediately took the car out of parking lot and went to Lauren. I asked her if she would have dinner with me. She answered in the affirmative immediately. We walked all the way and have been together ever since. Finally, Steve Jobs and Lauren Powell got married in 1991. Years later, Steve Jobs accidentally met his blood sister. Mona Simpson was famous at the time for writing a novel called Everywhere But Here. The novel was about the life of a mother and a daughter, which later became a film starring Natalie Portman and Susan Sarandon. After this chance acquaintance, Jobs and his sister became so close that Jobs said in an interview with the New York Times at the time, "We are members of the same family. She is one of my best friends in the world. I call her at least one every 2 days and we talk." Steve did not use the pronoun I in any of his conferences. He always said we. He was not a neat and clean man. He was transferred to night shift while working in Atari because he had problems with cleanliness and hygiene, and he had an unpleasant odor. Steve drove a Porsche for decades, but his last car was a Mercedes-Benz. He always said he was inspired by Porsche to design the Mac. He had a closet full of jeans that are all the same color, shape, and size. He bought his first suit at the age of 22. It was the first time that he bought this kind of clothes for the computer exhibition, which was invited by Apple. He was a vegetarian and ate more fruits, although he sometimes ate fish and chicken. He was able to hire the president of Pepsi with just one question. He asked him, "Do you want to sell water and sugar to the world for the rest of your life, or do you want to change the world?" Steve Jobs died on October 5, 2011 at the age of 56. His death certificate shows that he died of pancreatic cancer at around 3 p.m. at his home in Palo Alto. Jobs was buried in a public cemetery in Palo Alto on October 7 after a small private funeral. "I have reached the pinnacle of success in my business," he said in a memorable speech before his death, which was repeatedly republished on social media. "For others, my life has been a symbol of success. However, outside of work, I had little joy. Ultimately, my wealth is more than just a fact. I'm used to it, and I'm the one. You, if you have the money, can hire someone as a driver, but you cannot bring back the person you lost with a disease. You can never get back the time you lost. These things are not material to hire. Every stage of life that passes is irreversible, and we are getting closer to death every day. You have a treasure trove of love for family, love for your spouse, love for your friends. Let your neighbor and friends enjoy this treasure of love."